Welcome to Richard Mabey Presents.
Hello, YouTube friends. This is Richard Mabey with Richard Mabey Presents. It is Monday, October 6th, 2025 at 11:31 in the AM, half hour before the Waltons will be on Me TV at high noon. So I'm here in the clubhouse. I just put a load of wash in, and I don't know what it is. I'm really tired today. I'm very exhausted. I got the M&M's hat. I slept fairly well last night, and I got the my Baden Powell Council Boy Scout shirt on for Camp Barton. And I love this with the Native American on the Native American in the canoe, pine trees in the background. Very, 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 very cool shirt. Hopefully I get this back on the little counter here. I got a little table I got here. Good. Hey Mo, what happened here? So it's crooked. It's crooked, Mo. Let me see. Best laid plans of mice and men. I should have never moved it. Moved the camera. So there we go. I got a bit of Felix Unger in me, you know. Get it perfect. Yeah. So the tail end of Monday morning, going into high noon. Been reading some of the Psalms. Good News Bible, reading some of the Psalms. So grooving on that. And also, I just started reading, and I only read a page or two. This is a collector's item, and I got this at the dollar box at the local comic book store here in Ocala. Image, Night Watchman. Get set for this. Number 1. Let's see here. Oh, this print is so small. June 1998. Night Watchman number 1. Now, I ask you, Facebook friends, is this not this superhero? Does this superhero not have an uncanny resemblance to Batman? Now here, I don't know if this is, I don't know how they're getting away with this legally. Brace yourself. Deductive Comics, it's in the back cover. Number 30, August 1939, it's a farce. Deductive Comics. Now, how are they getting away with this? And here it says, celebrating 60 years of the Night Watchman. Now, if that's not a wannabe Batman, I give up. I don't know how Image Comics got away with that. It's unbelievable. So, this is kind of almost a bit of a sarcasm. No, I don't know exactly how to say it, but here's the opening page. I want to be careful. This is a number 1 issue. There we go. So, Midway City Gazette, assassination fails. That's how the story starts out. So I'm going to read this story, this comic book today. But this is an uncanny resemblance to Batman. I don't know how they got. And this, I mean, come on, folks. If that's not so, I mean, I don't know how they got away with it legally. You know, that's a wannabe Batman. You know, so Image Comics number 1, collector's item, found it in the dollar box at the local comic book shop here in Ocala. So that's on the agenda to read today, hopefully. I'm feeling very tired today. I slept fairly well, and I don't know. I feel like my wheels are just spinning in the sand. I found this in a box of stuff we had moved from the villages. I'm afraid to move this. See, the horse is on a slight slant. I don't know if you can see it. You can see it on this. See, the horse is a little bit on a slant. And it really bothers me, but I'm afraid if I move it even the slightest little bit, it's going to break. So this is from Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona. I got this when I was about, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old. I was like in 2nd grade or 3rd grade. And Grandma and Grandpa Mabey bought this for me. They went out to coast to coast with my dad's brother Edward, Uncle Ed, and they brought this back for me. And there was a special pen that went here, and I have to tighten this up because this is loose. I don't know if I can or not. Oh yeah, this is pretty tight there. So I'm gonna get a pen, put it there, keep it in the clubhouse. If I see it slant. If I move this ever so slightly, it's gonna break for sure. So it really bums me out, but what am I gonna do? And then here in the clubhouse I was going through, I have some photos here and there. And this is Dad, George Shinoy, and I don't even know if George is still with us, and myself at the Lincoln Park Municipal Building in front of the statue of the head bust of Abraham Lincoln. And I don't know who this fellow is. I don't know his name. But here, let me see if I can get this special. If I can get this, it's not bad. There are a lot of. If I get no. Here, this is Dad, George Shinoy, and me. And I don't know who this fellow is, but they're pretty good there. The Lincoln Park Historical Society, aka Beavertown Historical Society, because Lincoln Park before 1923 was known as Beavertown. So there we are. There's the bust of Abraham Lincoln, and we all 4 of us gave a presentation of the history of Lincoln Park at the Borough Hall. It was a really big deal. So I'm trying not to get the reflection. I go like this. Yeah, that's not bad. I'm trying not to get the reflection. That's pretty good there. That's pretty good. So great photo. Oh man, this is around 1997. Brings back a lot of memories. I'm a little bit homesick today. Yesterday in church, in the evening service, I had this epiphany. Right in the middle, one of the deacons gave the sermon. So right in the middle of the deacon's sermon, I had this epiphany, and it was out of the blue. And I had this sense, and I don't know where, all at once I thought, I'm never ever going to hike the Appalachian Trail again. I'm 72, I've got the hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. I'm never ever going to hike the Appalachian Trail again. And it kind of hit me hard, it hit me hard, like, wow, I'm never going to hike the I've hiked the Appalachian Trail, my dad and I, together with Boy Scout Troop 170. My dad was Scoutmaster, and from the time I was 11 to I stayed in Scouts. So I got my Eagle later. I had a hard time with swimming and life saving. I'll talk about that later. But I got my Eagle when I was 17. So during the time I was a Scout, oh my goodness, I must have hiked the Appalachian Trail. We used to go on week-long excursions, starting Saturday morning, 6 in the morning. We'd be leaving Lincoln Park, 6 in the morning. We'd go upstate New York, quite a ways upstate New York, come down New York State, cross over in New Jersey, traverse through Pennsylvania, go down to West Virginia, and then we did hit some of Virginia. Depending on how things would go, we go Saturday morning till Saturday afternoon about 2, after lunch, about 2-3 o'clock, and so the men could rest on Sunday, and the scouts could rest. Well, we were on summer break, and then from the time I was assistant scoutmaster for about 30 years, and all that time, oh my, at least a dozen times. So I've hiked the Appalachian Trail for week-long excursions for significant mileage, at least 24 times, you know. Going through my stuff here, I got a little box here of stuff, and I've been going through it, throwing some stuff out, keeping some stuff out. And I found this old Pez dispenser, Snoopy, and I don't know if you remember, you would tilt the head, and the Pez, a little Pez would come out. Basically, it was all sugar, you know. So it's it's a little Snoopy Pez dispenser. So I'm gonna put that. I'm renovating the clubhouse right now, so it looks like a train wreck, but hopefully in a week or two I'll get it looking better than ever. There was something important I wanted to say. I've been off caffeine for 2.5 weeks, and I've been off the sugar for 2.5 weeks. So I can say I'm feeling better. I'm taking magnolia root tablets twice a day, and I'm taking a lot of vitamins and minerals and that kind of thing in it. And I'm constantly reading on cutting edge and the latest therapies for hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. You got to be your own advocate. You've got to be your own advocate. And speaking of being your own advocate, tomorrow morning or bright and early I'll be going to the nutritionist, and then about, I think it's at 12, I think the nutritionist is at 8, and then at 12:45 going to see a doctor, Dr. D, I'll say, Dr. D, I won't give her last name, Dr. D, and she's supposed to be an excellent, outstanding, state-of-the-art, cutting-edge internist, working in conjunction with my cardiologist for more of a big picture of relationship, you know, heart to lung and all that kind of thing. So I'm nervous. I'm really nervous. You know, you go to the doctor for the first, you know, going to a doctor for the first time. I don't know. Maybe some of you don't get nervous. I get very nervous, you know. So I have to wrap up this extension cord. Dad used to always say, if you wrap up your extension cord real nice, you know, like you wrap it up really nice, and then you give yourself about 3 feet of extension cord, and you wrap that around, sort of like almost like an elastic band around the extension cord, and just slip it in there a little bit, you know, put a little overhand knot at the end, you know, life will be a lot smoother. So it's probably why if you got problems in life, it's because you didn't wrap up your extension cord good, you know. So going through a lot of stuff, and I'm improv here. I'm totally in the moment. Like this. In the last 2 weeks, I've lost 10 pounds. So I'm going at 197, and you know, I had been I'm a 36 waist, but I mean a 38 waist, but I've noticed, like, you know, the 38 is getting baggy, so I might get back to 36. So I eat very little. I eat Patty makes celery sticks for me, carrot sticks, cucumber slices, and then I eat all organic grapes, apples, pears, plums, and what else did we get? Bananas, all organic. Now you say, how well, gee whiz, what do you got, a bank loan? What are you, a millionaire? No, you pay a little more, but it's worth it. The organic, because it's just filled with pesticides and poison. So I don't eat 3 big meals a day. What I do, like yesterday, coming home from church in the morning, I packed up a little box. I gotta get a new what do you call it? Free ice box. To put you put a piece of ice in, little freezer box. And like a picnic lunch box. That's insulated. And so we're coming home from church. So maybe a year ago, we'll stop off at Hardee's or McDonald's or Burger King or get a pizza. So what we did is I had the grapes, I had the carrot sticks, the celery sticks, I had a couple of bananas, some plums, some pears, and we ate the fruit. You just eat the fruit. You don't have to have this big elaborate lunch and everything. And you got to stay away from restaurants. Restaurants, first of all, you're paying a lot of money. Then you got to leave a tip. Now they want 20%. So you're paying a lot of money. You don't know who knows what's going on in the kitchen. And so it's outrageous to go your fast food joint is outrageous. So you go to the that's so expensive, the organic. No, you go to like a farmer's market and they have the organic, and you pay a little more. Yeah, sure, you pay a little more, but stop going to restaurants, stop going to fast food restaurants, stop the soda, get rid of the caffeine out of your system. You'll feel 100% better. And get a lot of sleep. Go to bed early. Go to bed like 8:30, 9 o'clock. Go to bed early. If you have a job or you have to be at work at 8 o'clock, you say, I got to get up at 5:30 in the morning. Well, go to bed at 8 o'clock. Go to bed at 8 o'clock. And you say, I would like this one TV show. Well, tape it. Record it. So, yeah. Now here's a classic example. What do I want to do with this? Now, this is a belt, and one of my aunts gave me this belt. Oh my goodness, I don't know, maybe I was 30 years old. It's for dungarees, and you go like this. You see, it's a double system. Like this part goes in here, this part goes in here, and this part goes here. Or somehow, you know what I mean, it loops around or some silly thing like that. But, I don't know, maybe I was like 30 years old, maybe not, maybe 28, 27, 28 years old. One of my aunts gave, as a keepsake, and I won't mention the aunt's name, but, because a lot of my relatives, this got this the wrong way. But, I'm thinking to myself, well, okay, it doesn't take up much space, it doesn't take up much space, but honestly, I don't wear it anymore. And, but, in fact, this morning, just before I started recording, I held it in my hand and I brought it over to the garbage can in the back, and I was going to throw it away, and I couldn't throw it away. I got to get a rubber band here and put the rubber band around it. I need some rubber bands. But, and I said, I was going to throw it away, and I couldn't, and I got really, really kind of sentimental and kind of mushy about it. But see, it takes up space. You say, well, it doesn't take up that much space. Yeah, but you multiply this, you got 150 things like this, and it's taking up a lot of space in your living quarters, so I got to make big decisions. So I'll probably come back. Let me see how much this is. Maybe I'm deciding. Maybe I'll call it a show. Yeah. It's fun. I groove. It's kind of a groove. I'm hanging out in the clubhouse. I'm by myself. Get into my own space. Get into my own thoughts. Contemplate, pray, read the Bible, read a comic book. It's kind of cool. And I'm by myself. No TV, no radio. And I just got the sound of the washing machine is kind of soothing, So I contemplate. I do meditation. I read the Bible. I just groove on getting into my own space, so to speak, And I do it, and then I do a YouTube video, So, so I'm gonna call it a show. That's a show. That's a show. That's a show. That's a show. So, as always, thank you for watching. Appreciate it very much. Stay happy, stay positive, stay healthy. This is Richard Mabey from the clubhouse, from my clubhouse. Stay happy, stay positive, stay healthy. Bye for now. YouTube friends, bonus footage. Night Watchman from Image Comics #1. There it is. There's the one. The one they call the setting sun. Night Watchman. Night Watchman #1. Images answer to Batman. There's Quasar, Marvel Comics. Fantastic Four, Marvel Comics. And, of course, Mad Magazine. Alfred E. Newman in Star Trek. So, Mad Magazine, Alfred in a Star Trek spoof. Fantastic Four, Quasar, and now Image Comics, Image Comic Book Publishers, Answer to Batman, Night Watchman #1. Very cool. Very, very cool. YouTube friends, bonus footage. It's raining out right now at 12:08. 8 minutes past high noon. I'm going to go in and watch the Waltons on MeTV. Maybe have a little lunch. But it's raining out, folks. And the yellow Mustang is gone. It's raining. I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera, but it's raining out right now. So, YouTube friends, bonus footage here. These beautiful white flowers here, just on the right hand side of my clubhouse here. Gotta take time to enjoy the beauty of God's flowers. Beautiful flowers, absolutely beautiful. Beautiful little flowers. So, YouTube friends, bonus footage, 4:05 in the afternoon, and it's pouring out. It is pouring out. I don't know if you can catch it on the film, but on the video, but it is pouring out. Absolutely pouring out. And the yellow Mustang is gone. I think it's gone for good.